Welcome again. I'm so glad that we are meeting again and hope you are following the blogs No Bytes to Bytes and Tech Talk by Payal and also my YouTube channel. We are here in the fourth video of Computer Systems and Organization Part 1. Today we are going to learn memory unit of a computer system. Now, what are the functional components of a memory computer system? We have seen input unit, output unit, central processing unit, and the main part is the memory unit, which we are going to learn right now. Memory unit refers to the physical devices used to store programs or the sequence of instructions or the data, that is all the program state information on a temporary or permanent basis for use in a computer or other digital electronic devices. As we know that computer understands only two states, on and off, that is 1 and 0, which are represented by only two digits, 1 and 0, and referred as binary digits or bits in short. So BI of binary and TS of digits gives us bits, or we can say bit for a single bit of information. So 1 is a single bit, 0 is another bit. Each cell contains one bit of information in the memory, that is 0 or 1, that is off or on. All the words are of equal word length. Now this words is not that the English grammar word which you have learned in the subject English. Here words is a bit different thing. I will explain you through the diagram. If M is equal to 64 bits, word length is 64 bits, then we say that it is a 64 bits memory. And if n number of addresses are there, then the addressing starts from 0 to n minus 1. So if we consider from 0 to n minus 1, it gives us total n. Including 0, it will become n. So suppose if there are 100 addresses, then starting from 0 to 100 minus 1, 99. So 0 to 99, if you count from 1 to 99, and for the 0 it is 100. So total 100 will be there. The total number of cells will be n into m number of cells. Let us see what are these n, m I am talking about. Memory organized in words. Let us consider this an arbitrary diagram of memory where there are cells. This is one cell, this is another cell, this is another cell, and each cell is holding single bit of information. Now that bit of information can be 1 or can be 0. Again it can be 1 or can be 0. So there can be multiple cells. Now the total number of cells at one address. Now the addressing starts from 0 to n minus 1. So at address 0, there will be m number of bits. 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit, 4 bit, 5 bit, dot 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 m, small m number of bits. So we will say that m is the word length. Again for address 1 index, we say these as index locations, addresses. Now again 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit, dot 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 dot, total m, small m number of bits will be there. So that is again the next second word. This row is the second word, this row is the first word, like this. The second word also comprises of m bits. So the word length is m. So for all addresses, the total word length is m bits for each. And if we say that total there are n number of words, and all words have the same word length, that is small m, then the addressing starts from 0 to n minus 1, right? So from 0 to n minus 1, if you count, there are total n number of words. देखो, count it from here. 1 से लेके अगर हम 100 बोले तो 100 minus 1, that becomes 99. ठीक है. सो 1 से लेके 99 तक टोटल 99 हो गया, और ये 0 वाला पकड़ो तो 100 हो गया. होप यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दैट टोटल if you say 100 addresses are there, so the indexing of the addresses starts from 0 to n minus 1. So now we can say that total number of cells in the entire memory will be n into m number of cells. Total जितने हैं यहाँ पे n into total number of bits in each word length. So n into m number of words will be there in the entire memory, right? The full entire memory. So now you have understood, when we say that it's a 64-bit memory, that means there are 64 bits in the word length is of 64 bits. Moving on, computer memory measurements. Now these are the units of computer memory. 1 bit or binary digit. 4 bits is equal to 1 nibble, that is equal to half byte. So 1 bit is the smallest unit of a memory. 8 bits equal to 1 byte. Now this is the standard unit. Like meter in distance, we consider it as standard unit. Here byte we consider standard unit, and bit is actually the smallest unit. So 1024 bytes, that is equal to 2 to the power 10. If you multiply 2 10 times, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 like this, 10 times if you multiply, you will get 1024. So we can say 1024 bytes is equal to 1 kilobyte, that is 1 KB. Again 1024 kilobyte, or we can say 2 to the power 10 kilobyte is equal to 1 MB, 1 megabyte. Again 1024 MB is equal to 1 GB, 1 gigabyte. 1024 GB is equal to 1 TB, 1 terabyte. 1024 TB is equal to 1 petabyte, 1 PB. Then moving on to PB and then EB, exabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte, brontobyte, geobyte. So like this, you can learn the different memory measurement units. Moving on. Memory unit, if we classify the memory unit, we can see that primary or main memory is there, secondary memory is there, and cache memory is there. Again, inside primary or main memory, we have RAM and ROM. RAM again can be classified as SRAM, static random access memory, and dynamic random access memory. ROM, read only memory. Under that we can classify it as programmable read only memory, erasable programmable read only memory, electrically erasable programmable read only memory, and electrically alterable PROM, programmable read only memory. These are the classification of primary memory, ROM, RAM. And in secondary memory, what we have flash memory, which we also say as pen drive, optical disc. Under optical disc we have CD, compact disc, DVD, digital video disc, or we also say it as digital versatile disc, Blu-ray disc. Magnetic memories, under magnetic memories we have hard disk, magnetic tapes, etc. Remember, this question is always asked in Viva also, that is hard disk main memory? No, never. Hard disk, though it is when you buy a system, you get hard disk, you buy the internal hard disk, you get external hard disk also nowadays, but hard disk is kept internally, is fixed internally inside the cabinet, but hard disk is actually secondary memory or auxiliary memory, right? So under magnetic memories you have hard disk, magnetic tapes, etc., and you have SSD. You must be using SSDs these days. So what is an SSD? SSD is solid state drive. It is a newer and faster type of device that stores data on instantly accessible memory chips, right? So SSDs are there under secondary memory devices. And finally, the third major type is cache memory. You must have heard L1, L2 caches. The next thing which we are going to learn after this is these memories in details. A little bit of details of RAM, ROM, flash, optical and hard disk. So let's move on to the next video. Until then, you give a recap of this video. Thank you.